Copyrights. The first copyright law in Pakistan, the Copyright Act, 1914, was modeled after the United Kingdom's Copyright Act, 1911. The Copyright Ordinance replaced this act in 1962. However, the scope of the ordinance did not establish a regime that sufficiently protected copyrights in Pakistan. After becoming a party to the Agreement on Trade-Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Rights, TRIPS Agreement, in 1995, extensive amendments were needed to bring the ordinance in line with international law. A copyright under the current law is an exclusive right in relation to works that are literary, dramatic or musical, artistic works, cinematography, and recordings. Section 18 of the ordinance states that a copyright is protected in any literary, dramatic, musical, or artistic work, other than a photograph, published within the lifetime of the author until 50 years from the beginning of the calendar year next following the year in which the author dies. According to Section 6 of the ordinance, a work published in Pakistan shall be deemed to be first published in Pakistan, notwithstanding that it was published simultaneously in some other country. Section 39, on the other hand, requires the author, publisher, or the owner of the copyright to register his copyright officially with the registrar to include it in the Register of Copyrights. The owner of a copyright may also license an interest in a current or future work, which allows a licensee to exercise certain rights of ownership as agreed upon in the Licensing Agreement 145. There is some controversy, however, regarding involuntary licensing under Section 36-3, and the compatibility of such a right with the TRIPS Agreement. Section 36-3 states, the federal government or the board may, upon an application by any governmental or statutory institution in the public interest, grant a license to reprint, translate, adopt, or publish any textbook on non-profit basis. In case of infringement, the owner is entitled to all civil remedies including injunction damages, accounts, and otherwise as are or may be conferred by law for the infringement of a right. However, if the defendant could prove that they were unaware of the copyright infringement, the owner in such a case may only be entitled to an injunction and a decree for the whole or part of the profits made by the defendant by the sale of the infringing copies.